Hello, I'm Austin. I make Dungeon Synth, among other things. And today, I'm going to be walking you through my process. We're going to be making a Dungeon Synth track, start to finish. Starting with absolutely nothing, and then finish with a final mastered song that's ready to go ahead and be posted on Bandcamp. The whole process takes me about an hour, and that's just using my process, which I did my best to walk you through. However, a couple caveats. Because this is my first time ever doing anything like this, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into on the technological end. So my screen capture, where you're seeing what I'm doing in my DAW, you only see the main screen, and you don't actually see any of the windows that have my plugins. So I'm explaining to you what I'm doing in my plugins, but you can't see any of it, which is annoying. And if I do this again, I'll get that fixed for next time. I did include annotations so that you can see what I'm doing, and at least I can type it out, because I didn't say it, because I don't really narrate myself while I'm doing this, it's not really something I'm used to, so a little bit of a learning experience there. However, if you have any questions about the process, the gear that I'm using, simple shit like how to write a melody or how to come up with like lines that go together or whatever like that, if you want specific details on specific aspects of this process, let me know. I can make more videos, I can answer questions and comments, stuff like that. But the song will be available for free download once this video is posted, so you can go listen to the final product afterwards. And I think that's all I had to say. So without any further ado, let's make a Dungeon Synth song. Alright, so today we're going to make a Dungeon Synth track. My Dungeon Synth project did a lot of releases last year, and I kind of wanted to make a track in that style and walk you through my process. So we're here in Reaper because of course we are, get a new track going. So now the thing that's different that I do, as opposed to what a lot of other Dungeon Synth producers are going to be doing, is that I don't really use virtual instruments. In fact, I don't use any virtual instruments. All of the sounds I use come from my synthesizer, which I have plugged in right over here. So instead of actually MIDI programming out whatever melody or whatever patterns that I want, I actually have to play them. I can edit them afterwards, but I do actually have to play them, and I am stuck with the sounds on the actual synthesizer. But when I say stuck, that's not necessarily a bad thing. This thing has a lot of really cool sounds, and that's what we're going to go ahead and start with. So I'm just going to... Okay. I don't really know what I'm feeling as far as the vibe. Now, I'm just going to start playing around with some sounds and see if anything inspires me, I need something that definitely sounds Renaissance-y. I know there was some cool string ensembles that I like. Maybe there's something there. What was that? It was yeah, we'll go with that one. I don't know if that's it, but I kind of like that. Oh, what's the tempo? 80, okay. Let's get a clip going, see if I can get that. And basically what I do is I'm just going to record that as many times as possible, over and over, to the metronome, and whichever one sounds the tightest, I'll just pick that one, chop it up, and copy paste it. Well, let's see if I can actually remember what I just did. That was it, okay. It's a little boring, I'm gonna change it up. Always got to do the dramatic release. It's how you stay in time. Honestly, it makes a big difference. And that actually was pretty good. No. Yeah, I think this whole loop actually might be perfect. So, okay. Pause. And are we going to start with with that? Maybe we're gonna start with that. Put that onto the track. What goes with this? So now just loop it, and then as it loops, I'm just gonna play something else over it with a different setting. Find a different setting, and then find something cool that goes over it. Nope. I don't know if that's gonna be like actually in this order, but that's a start, and that's cool. Okay, so the loop wasn't completely aligned, but now I can just do this, and boom. All right. Okay, so now we have like kind of two main things happening. Do I need percussion yet? No, we're gonna wait on percussion. We are gonna add a drone. So I need some kind of drone underneath. So now instead of looking for another like melodic instrument, I need some kind of low string or low brassy kind of synthy. We'll find something. Yeah. So in that chaos, I went ahead and found this cool little like, it's not harmonically sound, but it'll like work. Yeah, there it is, okay. Now you just do the same thing. God damn it. What? Okay, 4 clicks. 4 clicks. And what am I playing? Yeah, that, okay. Gotta give that a long trail ending. Okay. Okay, so now we've got these 3 layers going. We could probably start doing a little bit of arranging, just kind of see what happens. Question is, what do we start with? Well, we can start with any of them, right? What if we do the least obvious thing and try to start with that trumpet thing? How would this sound if it just... Let me get rid of that fucking loop. Yeah, actually right there, that's fucking cool. Right there, that's where I want the percussion to come. I love on this keyboard that I use, there's a really awesome bass drum sound, if I can find it again. Yes! Yes! Motherfucker! I feel like a stamp for this shit or something if I'm gonna keep doing these. Which I'd like to. If you want me to do more of these, then give me good feedback on this. Okay. Anyways, what was it? Bass drum, that's right. Yes. Oh, that shit's fucking awesome. Now, what's cool about doing percussion is I actually don't need to play it because I'm just gonna take a sample of like one and then just copy paste it where I need it, right? So or you can just do it like that and get it pretty close. If you hit D, you dynamic split, and then you can just split it there. Go like that. Now it's 3 different samples that you can copy paste. Now I've got this really easy pattern that's actually all really easy to manipulate. So I really only just wanted one right at the beginning there, at least to start. So I can just do that, and then I have those other 2 kind of waiting in the wings if I need different ones. And it's already lined up to the grid, so Actually, I want that there too. That's fucking right. That's sick. Is that where we bring in the strings? Okay. So, from the top, what do we have? Alright, so I definitely got to keep that bass drum pattern going, and I definitely feel like I need another line to replace that. But before I add that new line, I know I also definitely want to add another layer of percussion. Oh, there. There's a couple, right? That's a good one. That's decent. Oh, one up there. I'm gonna go with this, jingle jingle. Okay, where do you, F sharp. And you just do the same thing that you did with the bass drum, right? So that's all you need. It's literally it. It's already pretty close to the grid. You can see, like, timing's not perfect, right? You can see I'm falling behind there. There's right on, but you know, it's human, and we don't want that. And now I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I wanted this to come in right where that ended. So now I got a little bit of extra layer. Yeah, see, okay. Boom, now we can just copy paste this whole section. I think how many times do I want to do that? I don't know, until I get sick of it. After we get there. But I also want to double time on this kick drum, bass drum, whatever, while actually that gets me to full. Okay. There, and what do we want to do from there? Oh, I know. Like this. Yeah, okay. Control C, Control V. So now we do this. Control C, Control V. And now we've got double time. Alright, so that's where that loop restarts. Control C, Control V. There we go. Okay. So right there, I'm hearing this thing coming back. Nope, line up right, line up right. There you go. And then I had this, I was hearing this thing where, if I take this, bring it in right here. But I do something kind of weird. I do this at halftime. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Yes. Take this back there, right? Okay. And then I also wanted to add a layer of that other percussion back in here, that shaker. So, what if I did this? So, okay, back to this. So, whenever you're doing any kind of music writing, you need to keep in mind the energy, the flow, right? We had this like pretty early build. Start with nothing, but then all of a sudden go into like this really big, comes in, you know, and it only builds because we add in this, you know, this part, and then when that dies, we kind of try to maintain that energy with the, right? new section that gives it a lot more space, and we slowly build it up. So right here, da 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 da. So every time I'm going to do that, I'm going to add this to give it a little bit more presence, a little bit more excitement during that part. Make sure that lined up right. Oh no, there we go. Well, just about that. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. In the meantime, add on the jingle jingles. Jingle jingle. Okay. So as of right now, our track is 2.5 minutes long. Not bad so far. And we haven't even brought anything back yet. So, and I think we're actually ready to do that. So after we get this, let this die down. And boom. That's where we can bring everything back in again. Yeah, and honestly, we can like copy paste this just like that. Control C. I'm very shamelessly just gonna copy paste this actually. So we're gonna Control V paste. Oh no, there. But then I want to bring this actually up here. Sick. So that's a 3.5 minute track right there, and that's actually all we need for the final process. Pretty much all the Ruin Dweller songs, even though in the end process they're like between 6 and 10 minutes, they start out in this form just like that. And I think this is pretty on point for what Ruin Dweller kind of does. Now we got to do final edits and mixing. So one thing I noticed was these have this noise in the beginning that I really don't like. So here's what I'm going to do. Right on the downbeat. Did that do all of them? Yeah, it did. Okay. It's most noticeable here. Yeah. I don't like that. That one's fine. That'll be fine. Okay, that's good. So basically you want to go through all your tracks and make sure all your crossfades and tails and all that shit are good and how you want them. Same thing with like this bass drum, for example. I can go in here and just crossfade it over like, you know, a quarter note. And that way, every time you made a cut, it was crossfaded properly. You take this one and like specifically get that, so everything is on one track, one channel, because I want to glue it. Got that. And then we can do the same thing with our track here, or shaker track rather. Here I want to make sure my intros fade in well. That was the one I really didn't like. We can just do this. Where was that? That was... that one was a little bit off. Okay, so the song is arranged, and it's not bad. It's about 3.5 minutes. And now we get to do probably the part that everyone else is excited about. We get to do the mixing. So first thing I should do is probably label. This was jingle. This was bass drum. This was, what were you? Were you the Vox? You're the you're the trump. You're the strings. And you. Okay. So first thing when I'm doing any kind of mixing is I like to actually have a mastering chain already on. So this is a preset that someone on YouTube made that I stole. I don't remember who it was. I'd credit them if I remembered who you were, but thank you for this preset. That, and then throw a limiter on. Oh, also I'm only using like stock Reaper plugins because I don't have any other ones. So you can follow along because all of these are free. Anyways, that's the mastering plugin. And now probably gonna start with percussion actually. So with my jingle, go up here, loop this, and then we're just gonna EQ and compress. Actually, we can limit it and we can just fucking hard limit, you know, make that shit just fucking go all the way down, and then just, you know, kind of hard, right? Bring that down a bit. Now what that does, you know, once you bring that volume down, it really saturates it. So it takes that like synthy sound and adds like some pretty harsh distortion actually, which in the mix sounds really good, especially once we add a little bit of like, yeah. But we want, all right. So there's that, and then usually I like to bring peaks to about -18 dB around there. Bring that all to around there. That's usually what I'm aiming for. Bass drum, same place. So, same thing. Throw a limiter on there. Go hard. Yeah. EQ it. So for bass drum, a little bit of a low pass, and then cut the mids like tremendously. Maybe even like, yeah. That's gonna resonate really well in the mix. So it's hitting pretty hard right now. Now, I want that to peak a little bit higher, just because it is kind of like the only bit of low end that's probably going to be in the whole mix. So it can cut through and it's not going to like overpower everything else. These go on a limiter, go hard, bring your volume down, EQ. Okay, so cut a lot of that, bring this down. Drone part, right? It's moving so slowly. You can make this like super wet, and even I'm just gonna take the dryness like all the way down there. Actually, I'm gonna loop this different section now because this is a section where all the instruments are playing, so I can just keep going in layers. So we're gonna do a high pass filter. Makes it sound a little bit more distant, but still like in the mix, you know. This one's gonna be subtle though. This one's gonna be, yeah. Now we can just unmute everything to bring that final. So you have a really nice high pass filter. Now that I have everything balanced pretty well, now I can just finish my mastering chain, I guess. You want to stay in like the busiest part, so I'm going to stay in that little loop I was in. So I've already got my compressor and a limiter. Let's throw an EQ and just bring down some of the low mids. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of ambient reverb. I like this mix alive setting. I can make my room a lot bigger, but then change my EQ settings down here. Really just to kind of get like upper mids. Yeah. Especially with the percussion, it just gives it a little bit more life. Okay, let's do multi-band compression. So this is mostly just the bass drum, right? Okay. Now we're gonna do mid-side EQ. This is a trick I learned from the Reaper blog. I can't really explain it, so don't ask me to, but it's like you do that, and then you do that, and now you can just, boom, sidechain EQ done. Mid-side, not sidechain, mid-side EQ done. And after that, I like to throw another compressor on. This one, this Master Bus New York. I like this. Just bring that until it's coming into like -6, about. Yeah, there it is. And then final limiter. There you go, song's done. Or actually, no it's not, I totally forgot. The whole like bread and butter of my sound and style. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Control R, we're gonna render this. Oh wait, sorry, not Control R. I'm going to turn off this mastering chain, and then I'm going to Control Alt R, render as DS song. Yep, entire project. We're gonna save this as a WAV file. 16 bits fine. Whatever. Let's do 48 because I think that's what my sample rate is set to on my interface. Yeah, that and directory. I'm just gonna send this to my fucking desktop. Render one file. Boom, 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 boom. So this is just the mixed track without that mastering chain that I just put on it. Okay. Now you might be saying like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just render it with it on? Well, there's a whole other step to this process. So now I'm going to take that same track, and this is the mastered track now, or sorry, this is the master mix, right? And now I can turn back on my mastering chain, and now I've got that master over here. But now I can do this really cool thing that I like to do. So right now the track is 3.5 minutes. I'm gonna right click item properties, and here you got the playback rate. And right now it's set to 1. What happens if I set it to like 0.8? Find out. Stretch it out a little bit. Oh wow, so now if I slowed it down, now it's a 4.5 minute song. How does it sound when I slow it down that much? Now that melody already sounds pretty drony. I don't know if we can get away with making it even slower, but I kind of want to see what happens when I go to like crazy, like 0.6, and see how much longer this makes the song. So this 3.5 minute song, if I slow it down to 0.6 speed, now it's almost 6 minutes. There we go. If we skip ahead. Yeah. Cool. So it is exactly an hour now, and that's about how long it usually takes me to make one of these. And this is my process. This is a fully produced Dungeon Synth track that's almost 6 minutes long, about 5 minutes and 48 seconds, fully mastered and ready to go. I could go ahead and render this and throw it on Bandcamp right now if I wanted to, with whatever album art. Yeah, it's set, and I'm probably going to do that actually right now, and I'll make it available for free download for anyone who wants to listen to it, listen to the final product at least. And yeah. This is my process for making all kinds of music, so if you're interested in seeing more of these, let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.